Hey, Sparkle. Now the previous clip is a clip of the guy that lives in a house with the Christmas lights always on. I passed his house for the last 15 years, and the Christmas lights are always on. He's sitting in front, and no matter what the weather, even when it's really cold out, he's sitting out front. And then he gets in his bicycle chariot and he rides around. So I always imagine he lived there with his mother, who must be in her 80s by now. She takes care of him, and I didn't imagine that he could possibly go to Kowalski's on his own, but there he was. It shows what I know, how my assumptions are often wrong. Now, what are you assuming about this? You're assuming I'm trying the old Hollywood stratagem of filming something kind of irrelevant while I chat about a previous clip, because I don't want to spend the money or make the effort to get the guy again and do this and talk about him in this way. So these are my bookshelves at home, and a very interesting old radio here, and an interesting rocket, and a very fascinating rock. That's mica. And there's Rin Tin Tin, of course, and here are all these books that I've been hauling around since 1967. Just about every place I go. They're from my Aunt Lillian, and I'll tell you more about them sometime. And down here, let's see what's here. What's here? How pathetic is this? It's the Diamond at the End of Time, Poems of the Loneliest Ranger. Oh my God. You know, I heard a lot of great things about that. And let me see. Typical, what does Joe read? The Encyclopedia of Fairies, Federica Garcia Lorca. Open Poetry, 4 anthologies of expanded poems. American Renaissance, 2 volumes of Mouse. Bells in Winter by Czesław Miłosz. And a really great volume of poetry by Philip Nikolaev. Letters from Aldenderry. And what else do I have here? Robert Bly poems. Every Minnesota has to have it. But right next to it, Bob Dylan Chronicles. How Minnesotan is that? And A Simple Twist of Fate. Another thing about Bob Dylan. And here, History of Wayne County, Pennsylvania, where Connie is from. And over here, you know, you got your Van Gogh. And down here, Magic. A picture history. And let me see. And then up here, Land of the Firebird, history of either Russia or Fredonia, I forget which. And this Viking ship. Now, I've had that since I was about 13 years old. The poetry of Lillian Quinn Campbell, my great aunt. There she is. And Cold Eels, poetry from the Jeunesse Dorée, our very first book of poems. I should read a poem from this. Okay, we have inside this volume the poetry of Robert Mitchum, the lost poetry discovered by Hollywood Reporter and given to Tim Smith. And I'm going to read At Schwab's with Archard by Tim through Robert Mitchum. At Schwab's with Archard. 1:30 p.m. and I'm already hungry. Even if last night I had my cake and ate it too. That's why we're here on these 2 red leatherette stools, the polished chrome stands twisting reflections of silk-seamed legs. What burns me is this. Everyone looks and looks, but nobody sees. Here and there eyes are turning, orbiting in lovely sockets, hooked into empty minds, yearning, yearning, yearning. I know this empty desire, passion without heat, cold, desolate suns over distant palms, the sands empty and fly-ridden all the long afternoon. And under the moon all trace of truth is veiled, moist and febrile. They walk the star-strewn streets, the young, the beautiful, the fair. I could have them all, but who cares? Goosey, goosey gander, whither do you wander? Upstairs, downstairs, in my lady's chamber. Come on, move, move.